Maro and Martell are in big trouble. Their careers, reputations, and everything they have worked hard for could be destroyed after a shocking revelation. After months of scandals, fights, and betrayal, it looks like they have hit rock bottom. Now, they are making desperate moves to fix things. But is it too late to save themselves? Stay tuned, because we have uncovered the truth behind their latest apology, the hidden reasons for it, and the fallout that could change everything. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the most shocking and exciting stories from reality TV. Today, we have a situation that is getting everyone talking. Maro Scott and Martell Holt, two of the most controversial stars from Love and Marriage Huntsville, are facing major backlash. Over the years, we have seen their drama unfold, from big fights to shocking betrayals. But this time, the stakes are even higher. After all the public scrutiny, failed business deals, and personal problems being exposed, it looks like Maro and Martell are running out of choices. Now they are trying to fix things by giving a public apology. But the real question is this apology real, or is it just another way to save their careers? In this video, we will explain what is happening, what led to this moment, the truth behind their apology, and why fans are not believing it. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you will see why this could be the end for Maro and Martell. Before we get into their apology, let us take a step back and understand why Maro and Martell are suddenly trying to clean up their mess. This is not happening out of nowhere. For years, they have been at the center of controversy on Love and Marriage Huntsville. From cheating scandals to business problems and big fights, Maro and Martell have built a reputation for being messy. While all that drama may have helped the show's ratings, it has hurt their personal reputations. Let's talk about Martell's downfall. Ever since his highly public divorce from Melody, his life has been one big mess. What started with whispers about him cheating soon turned into a full-blown disaster. The affair, the secret child, the custody battle. Martell has given us one shocking moment after another. But here's the thing. Fans are not just upset about the affair itself. They are also angry about how Martell has handled everything after. Instead of taking responsibility, he has been caught gaslighting Melody, downplaying his actions, and even attacking her publicly. And if you think this has not hurt his business, think again. Martell has struggled to keep his projects going. From failed business partnerships to public fights with his co-stars, it seems like everything he touches turns into a mess. Now, what about Maro? His shady reputation is also following him. Maro Scott may not have been caught in a cheating scandal, like Martell, but his name has been linked to cheating rumors for years. Fans have long been talking about Maro's secret life, with constant rumors about side chicks and hidden affairs. And here's what makes it worse. Maro seems to enjoy playing with these rumors. Instead of clearing them up with solid proof, he jokes about them, deflects, and makes mysterious comments that only make people talk more. But now, things are getting even worse for him. Maro's businesses are under a lot of questioning, with people wondering how he really makes his money. On top of that, his wife Tisha is also being dragged into the drama. Fans have been defending Maro and Martell for a long time, but now people are starting to ask, is she covering for him? With everything going on, Martell's messy past, Maro's shady reputation, and fans getting tired of their behavior, we have reached a breaking point. So, what exactly pushed them to this moment? Why are they suddenly apologizing now? Stick around, because in the next section, we will uncover the real reason behind their desperate attempt to fix their images. So, why now? Why are Maro and Martell suddenly acting like they care about what people think after years of avoiding responsibility? Let's be honest. This is not the first time they have been caught up in controversy. The truth is simple. Their careers and reputations are hanging by a thread. For years, they have managed to brush off scandals and keep the drama going just enough to stay in the spotlight. But something has changed, and they are beginning to realize that this time, the backlash is different. Let us break it down. First, fans have had enough. If there is one thing reality TV stars need to understand, it is that their success depends on how the public sees them. People love drama, but they do not like being played. And lately, both. Maro and Martell have taken things too far. Martell has been burning bridges with everyone, from his bitter attacks on Melody to shady business deals and his overall attitude. He has quickly become one of the most disliked figures in the love and marriage franchise. As for Mauro, he has been riding the line of controversy for a long time. His smug responses, constant deflections, and playing games with rumors have finally worn thin with fans. Mauro and Martell's attitude toward their wives' concerns has really turned fans against them. At first, people enjoyed the drama, but now things have changed. The audience is not just watching the chaos anymore, they want accountability, and when that happens, it is trouble. If the fans stop watching, the network will start looking for other options. Now, let us talk about business. One of the main reasons these reality stars get involved in reality TV is to build their brands. More exposure means more chances, endorsement deals, business opportunities, speaking events, and more. But here's the problem. Businesses do not want to work with messy people. And lately, it is clear that both Mauro and Martell are losing. Chances because of their behavior. Martell's failed business attempts are a perfect example. Remember when Martell tried to start his wine brand? That did not work out. His wine brand, Anis Dalby Wine, was meant to be big, but between production problems, bad marketing, and his own reputation, it never took off. And that is just one of the many projects he has tried: real estate, fitness, and men's fashion. None of them have been successful. The truth is, no one trusts him enough to invest in his businesses. As for Mauro, his reputation is hurting his business. He has always tried to show himself as the businessman in the group, but now that image is starting to fall apart. Fans are asking questions about the real state of his businesses, especially after rumors spread that his financial situation may not be as strong as he claims. And let us not forget the big drama around him. The Scott Manor project has been going on for years, and people are starting to wonder if it will ever be finished. The bottom line is that if Mauro and Martell continue losing credibility, they will keep losing money, and that is something neither of them can afford right now. Now, let us talk about the pressure from the network and behind-the-scenes drama. We cannot forget that the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, is all about creating reality TV that is both entertaining and marketable. Right now, love and marriage. Huntsville is at a crossroads. Here is what we are hearing behind the scenes. OWN is getting more and more frustrated with all the off-camera drama. The constant fights, social media feuds, and negative energy are making it harder to keep the show balanced. Producers are reportedly thinking about making big changes to the cast if things do not improve. In simple terms, Mauro and Martell are on thin ice. They know that if they do not clean up their images, they could be replaced. Or worse, the show could lose popularity and get canceled. And now, here we are with their sudden apology. But is it real, or is it just a last attempt to save their brands? Up next, we will break down the apology itself, what they said, how they said it, and why fans are not buying any of it. Because let us be honest, when reality TV stars like Mauro and Martell suddenly act sorry, it usually raises a lot of questions. It is rare for reality TV stars like Mauro and Martell to apologize because they actually feel bad. Most of the time, they do it to fix their image, not their behavior. So what exactly did Mauro and Martell say? Let us break it down step by step. The delivery: forced, scripted, and awkward. The first red flag is how they delivered their apologies. Both Mauro and Martell shared their statements in very different ways, but neither felt genuine or real. Martell's apology: a half-hearted. Effort Martell decided to post a long message on social media, talking about how he has grown as a man and how sorry he is for the pain he has caused. But here's the problem. He never actually takes responsibility for his actions. Instead of saying, "I was wrong," he says things like, "I never meant to hurt anyone." He also says, "We all make mistakes, and people focus too much on the past instead of seeing how much I have changed." This is a typical move from Martell. He shifts the blame, makes himself the victim, and acts like people are unfairly attacking him instead of accepting the mess he created. What fans noticed is that nowhere in his apology did he actually say, "I was wrong," or "I take full responsibility." Why? Because he does not believe he did anything wrong. He mentions Melody, but only to say that he wishes things were different and that he hopes they can co-parent peacefully. Meanwhile, he has been caught throwing shade at her multiple times in recent weeks. It is no coincidence that he posted this apology right after facing another wave of criticism. It almost seems like he only did it to try to save his reputation. Martell is only sorry because he got caught again. The conclusion? His apology feels fake, forced, and way too late. Maro's apology. More of the same. Maro took a different approach. Instead of posting a long message, he went live on Instagram to talk directly to his fans about all the drama surrounding him. But once again, he did not take responsibility. Instead, he joked around, deflected, and downplayed everything. Some of his key statements included, "People love drama and make a big deal out of small rumors. I have always been faithful, and I do not care what anyone says. At the end of the day, my wife knows the truth, and that is all that matters." Do you notice the pattern? Instead of addressing the real concerns people have about his actions, he just laughed it off like it was all a joke. Fans noticed his arrogance. He wasn't apologizing, he was mocking the people calling him out. Whenever someone asked about the rumors of side chicks, he either ignored it or made sarcastic comments. He acted like the rumors were made up. But let us not forget, even his own castmates have hinted at serious issues in his life. The conclusion? His apology was not real, just more slick talk. The timing. Too convenient. Another big problem with this so-called apology is the timing. Why now? Why not months ago or even years ago? The answer is simple. They are not apologizing because they want to. They are apologizing because they have to. If you look at what has been happening recently, it is clear they are just trying to save their image. It is very clear what made them do this. Recent events pushed them into action. Reports say that the executives at the Oprah, Winfrey Network, Oh Buen, have been closely watching their behavior and are even thinking about making big changes to the cast. Martell's custody battle with Melody is getting more intense, and a negative public image could hurt him in court. At the same time, Maro's business deals are being questioned, and his reputation is making it harder for him to get new opportunities. In the end, this apology was not because they truly felt sorry. It was all about damage control. Fans saw right through it. The public reaction. Fans are not buying it. So how did fans react? Not very well. In fact, the backlash only grew worse after their apologies because people felt that they were not being sincere. Here are just a few of the harsh reactions from fans on social media. Martell is only sorry because no one wants to do business with him anymore. Maro's ego is too big for him to ever admit he is wrong. This apology was just another game to him. They really think we are stupid, huh? We have seen them manipulate people for years. We know their pattern. If you are not going to apologize for real, do not even bother. And we cannot forget the drama on YouTube and Twitter, where fans have been calling them out in the comments, breaking down all the reasons their apologies are fake. In other words, their little PR stunt completely backfired. The big question: can they save their careers? So after everything that has happened, the big question is, can Maro and Martell save their careers? On one hand, Love and Marriage Huntsville thrives on drama, and the show likely enjoys the attention that these two bring. But will their recent actions hurt them in the long run? It seems like the damage they have caused might be too much to fix. The ratings from their drama are high, but the truth is, the audience is starting to get tired. If fans stop watching, stop supporting, and stop engaging with them, the show might decide to make some changes to the cast. So, what is next? Will they try another PR stunt to win back the fans? Will they continue acting like villains? Or will they finally take responsibility and make some big changes? In the next section, we will look at what could happen next for Maro, Martell, and the entire show. You do not want to miss this. Right now, it is clear that the public is not buying their apology. Fans see right through the damage control, and the backlash is growing stronger each day. So, what does this mean for Maro and Martell's future? Can they recover from this scandal, or is this the beginning of the end? Reality TV thrives on controversy, but there is a point when a cast member's drama starts to hurt them instead of helping them. When that happens, networks, brands, and even their castmates start to pull away. Maro and Martell are getting closer to that point. Let us look at the 3 most likely things that could happen from here. Scenario 1. They choose to play the villain's web. Thing they could do is fully embrace their roles as reality TV villains. Some stars have managed to turn a bad reputation into success by leaning into the drama instead of trying to avoid it. If Maro and Martell decide to take this route, they will probably keep causing trouble, staying in the news, and creating more chaos. They could stir up even more chaos, both on and off the show. This might mean more social media drama, public feuds, and playing the victim to keep fans talking. They could push boundaries on purpose to stay relevant, creating distractions to take attention away from their past mistakes. The problem with this is that while it might keep them in the spotlight, it will also have consequences. Networks might put up with the drama for ratings, but only for so long. If the executives at ESPN feel the negativity is starting to hurt their brand, they could decide that Morrow and Martell are causing more trouble than they are worth. If they go down this road, they will need to be careful. Too much toxicity might eventually lead to them being removed from the show, especially if the fan backlash becomes louder and advertisers start pulling away. Scenario 2. They try to rebrand and make over. Their image another approach could be for them to try to rebrand themselves and win back the public's trust. If they realize that their careers are in danger, they might work on cleaning up their images and showing that they have changed. If they choose this path, we could see them doing carefully planned interviews where they talk about their mistakes. Their social media might change to focus on positivity and personal growth, and they could get involved in charity work or business projects that show them in a better light. They might also post more family content to make their public image softer. The problem with this is that fans have long memories. It would take more than just a few Instagram posts or interviews to convince people that Morrow and Martell have truly changed. They would need to prove it through their actions over time, not just talk about it. They would need to show real growth over time, and even then, some fans might never forgive them. Rebranding also takes a lot of effort, self-discipline, and a commitment to staying out of unnecessary drama. Given their past, it is unclear if either of them has the patience to stick to a redemption story without falling back into old habits. Scenario 3. The cast moves on without them. The most extreme outcome would be if the network decides that Morrow and Martell are no longer worth the trouble and begins to phase them out of the show. This could happen in a few ways. They might get less screen time, allowing new cast members to take the spotlight. They could also be quietly left out of promotional materials, showing that the network is distancing itself from them. The focus of the show could then shift to new relationships, business ventures, and cast dynamics that do not involve them. If the backlash becomes too much, the network could even decide to part ways with them completely. This might seem unlikely, because of how important they have been to the show's success, but it is not impossible. Reality TV depends on fresh storylines, and if Morrow and Martell are seen as more of a problem than a benefit, the network will do what is best for the show. If they were removed from the show, their future would be uncertain. Without love and marriage, Huntsville to support them, it would be harder for them to stay relevant. They would have to rely on social media, personal business ventures, and whatever public goodwill remains to stay in the public eye. Some reality stars have managed to stay famous without being on TV, but it is not easy. The bigger picture. What happens next for the show? No matter what happens with Morrow and Martell, there is a bigger question about the future of love and marriage, Huntsville. The show has always relied on drama, but at some point, too much negativity can hurt the show. Several things will decide where the show goes next: fan engagement and ratings. If fans continue watching the show despite all the drama, OWN might choose to keep the cast as it is. But if viewers start losing interest, changes will likely happen. Advertiser relationships. If companies start worrying about the show's negative image, they may stop sponsoring it. This could push the network to make changes to improve the show's reputation. New cast members. If new people come on the show and bring fresh storylines, the drama around Morrow and Martell might not be as important. Melody's role. Since a lot of the show's tension comes from Martell and his past with Melody, her decisions will also affect the direction of the series. If she decides to move on and not get involved in any more fights with him, the show may need to focus on new stories. The reality is that love and marriage, Huntsville is at a crossroads. The show needs to either change and bring in new things to stay interesting, or it could become boring by repeating the same problems. What Morrow and Martell do in the next few months will decide if they continue to be important on the show or if they are left behind.